This graph charts a specific mathematical trajectory. By improving by exactly 1% every day for a year, the compounding effect results in an outcome 37 times greater than your starting point. Author James Clear argues in his book Atomic Habits that significant success is rarely the result of a single massive transformation. Instead, it is the product of microscopic improvements repeated daily. Consider the typical New Year's resolution. Millions of people set ambitious targets to lose 50 pounds or read a book every week, only to abandon those goals entirely by the second week of February. Focusing purely on a massive end goal forces you to rely on unpredictable spikes of motivation. Because human willpower is a finite resource, this strategy leads to a predictable cycle of burnout. Take a student trying to pass a difficult exam or a founder launching a business. They often attempt to reach goals through sheer willpower, forcing themselves into exhausting 10-hour work sprints. The breakdown occurs on day 4 or 5. When that intense motivation inevitably fades, momentum is lost, and progress rolls back down the hill. Clear proposes a different formula to replace this reliance on willpower. Your outcomes are the combined result of your systems and your habits. A goal identifies the direction you want to travel, but the system is the actual vehicle. The system determines whether or not you execute the daily steps required to reach the destination. Ultimately, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your broken systems. If you struggle to maintain a routine, the failure usually isn't a lack of discipline. The issue lies in how you view your own identity. Behavior change happens in 3 layers. On the outside are outcomes, the results you want. In the middle are processes, the routines you follow. And at the center is your identity, who you believe you are. Most people focus on the outcome, like reading 20 books, but the most effective approach is to focus on the core. You adopt the identity of the person who does the action. I am a reader. Habit formation becomes sustainable when you shift your internal beliefs. This allows daily actions to stick because they align with your sense of self, rather than feeling like an external chore. Take the example of physical fitness. Success happens when someone shifts their identity from someone trying to lose weight to an athlete. To reinforce this new identity, our athlete uses a mechanical framework called the 4 laws of behavior change. Law 1 is make it obvious. You use your environment as a trigger through habit stacking. After I pour my morning coffee, I will immediately put on my running shoes. Law 2 is make it attractive. You use temptation bundling to tie the habit to a reward. You might only allow yourself to listen to your favorite podcast while on the treadmill, creating a dopamine link to the exercise. Law 3 is make it easy. You reduce initial friction with the 2-minute rule. Instead of committing to an hour-long workout, you commit to exercising for exactly 2 minutes. This small start makes it simple to begin the chain reaction. Law 4 is make it satisfying. The brain repeats behaviors that offer immediate rewards. Tracking your progress on a calendar provides an instant hit of satisfaction. And if you slip up, you follow one rule: never miss twice. By applying these 4 laws, you stop fighting your own willpower. You engineer an environment where the productive choice becomes the automatic choice. This framework scales to professional mastery. A disciplined trader or creator may lack pure natural talent, but they can dominate their field by relying on the consistent execution of their system. They maintain these habits using the Goldilocks rule. This charts a flow state, a zone where tasks are slightly above current abilities, avoiding the boredom of easy work and the frustration of impossible challenges. As Clear observes when studying top performers, individuals at the peak of their industries are simply those who practice better systems than their competitors. In high-stakes environments, a well-designed daily routine will consistently outmaneuver someone relying on erratic bursts of talent or temporary enthusiasm. These principles of environmental design and identity apply across different domains, providing the structural support needed to build a business or manage a personal portfolio. Your end goals are secondary to your daily trajectory. Environmental design is a more reliable driver of long-term change than internal motivation. For the next 30 days, pick one habit that takes less than 2 minutes to complete. Commit to that single action and refuse to break the chain. Stop trying to change your goals. Start changing your identity and leverage the compounding power of the 1% rule to drive your long-term growth.